Hey, coffee cuties. We are back with another banger. And today we have a banger indeed because we are going to talk about the rise and fall of a beloved brand in the natural hair community, and that is Aunt Jackie's. So, if you were not aware, Aunt Jackie's is no longer Black owned. So, in this video, we are going to talk about how Aunt Jackie became about. We're also going to talk about who is the CEO of the company, how much the company's worth, my own personal experience, and just so much more. So, we are actually going to have a special treat today because we are going to be able to hear from the founder and former CEO of Aunt Jackie, Dewan White, in her own words, describing what it was like developing the brand. And then she's also going to touch on the sale of the company. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and insert now so we can hear Dewana White speak about Aunt Jackie in her own words. And of course, we're going to be giving commentary as we go. So let's go ahead and get started.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dwan White, and it's likely you have never heard of my name before, unless you're part of the beauty and hair care industry. But I am the answer to the question that lots of people have been wanting to know lately, and that is, who is Aunt Jackie? Well, I am proud to say that I am the creator of Aunt Jackie's Curls and Coils. And I wanted to take this time to come from behind my desk and share a little bit of my journey so that you could get to know me a little bit more. But for nearly 20 years now, I have been sought out by companies that manufacture and market hair and skincare products to create and bring to market hair and skincare products. So far, I have developed and launched over 200 products across about 9 or 10 different brands, many that you know and love and use, and your parents have probably used too, including Aunt Jackie's. So one of the first things that people usually assume about me is that I'm either a chemist or a cosmetologist, and I am neither. My expertise is in marketing, branding, and product development. In fact, it is my passion. I love inspiring beauty in everyone, and I love solving pain points for people when it comes to their hair care. So my own frustration with my relaxed to natural hair journey is what led me down the path to create Aunt Jackie's. Uh, Here I was, this person that the industry was calling a product development expert, and yet I could not manage my own natural texture. It was incredibly frustrating. I spent lots of money on lots of products that didn't do what they said they would do for my hair. I spent hours upon hours watching YouTube videos and never getting the results that those beautiful vloggers were getting. And I finally just kind of got myself together and said, you know what, this is what you do. This is your passion. This is what you love, solving people's pain points when it comes to the ability to care for their hair. So I got it together, and after interviewing 100+ women who were like me, frustrated, couldn't figure it out, things that they liked about certain products were fine, but then there were lots of gaps with things that they didn't like, things that were working, things that were not working. And after getting that information, because I am like super consumer research focused, I took all of that information, went to our chemist and said, hey, we're going to come up with a new line that solves these pain points that me and so many women like me have, especially us type 4 ladies. So let's figure this out. I laid out the plan and the roadmap that led us down the path to create 4 formulas that needed to do 3 specific things. They needed to be affordable because I wanted women to be able to enjoy a product and then be able to go out and buy it again without breaking their wallets. I wanted to not compromise on quality. So really good natural ingredients that natural texture loves was important, and quality ingredients. We just could not skimp on the quality. And finally, performance. I wanted whatever I launched to be able to deliver in a way that a woman could expect to get the same result every time that she did her hair.
All right, so there you have it. That is the rise of Aunt Jackie. What do you think so far? I do want to add that Aunt Jackie's came around in 2012, and as we know, that's kind of when the natural hair community was taken back off. That is when so many of these brands that we still talk about to this day, like Mael, the Main Choice, etc., everyone kind of came about around that 2013 era. So she definitely had she had time on her side. She had the right opportunity, etc. And as you can see, she definitely capitalized on it. So I am going to fast forward a little bit and go to the part where she now discusses that Aunt Jackie's, unfortunately, is no longer a Black-owned business. So let's get into that now.
Ownership of Aunt Jackie's. So unlike many of these amazing, phenomenal, brilliant founders and entrepreneurs in the hair care space right now, I'm not an entrepreneur. I am what's called an intrapreneur. And as an entrepreneur, that means I work for a company that gives me a certain amount of flexibility to be able to run the business as though it's my own. So when you are supporting Aunt Jackie's, you are blessing me and the amazing women who are on my brand team who are just as passionate about this brand as I am. We don't own the brand, but no doubt we have skin in the game. So we love what we do, and we thank you for being supportive of women like us who get out there in the daily grind and do what we do. And we do it for you because we care about you. I made it my mission 20 years ago to put out products that people like you and me can trust. And I do that because I'm that consumer and I want to make sure that the
All right, so we'll go ahead and pause there. So there you have it. Aunt Jackie's, unfortunately, is no longer Black owned, but it is, however, Black led. And as you can see from the founder and former CEO, she does still have a great deal, a great hand within the company. So, what do you think about that? Does that still give you trustworthiness within the company? Will you still be using the product, etc.? Leave all your opinions down below. But you may be wondering what even motivated this video in the first place. Did she just randomly wake up and decide to discuss the rise of the business, also talk about the sale of the company? Well, not quite. So I am going to insert another insert here now, which is the infamous list that came out in 2020. The list was actually created by someone named the Boss Lab. I tried to go back to their IG, back to just find if they're still somewhere on the internet. And unfortunately, they closed their IG down. But if you know where to find the Boss Lab, do they have like a secret group or something like that? I know this list definitely did cause a lot of controversy. So I hope whoever created it is doing well. I don't know if a lot of these companies came after them. I don't know what happened. But as you can see, the Boss Lab created a list of hair care brands that Black women and men grow to love basically within the community. And they listed on one side the ones that were Black owned, and on the other side, the ones that were not. But it is ironic because Aunt Jackie's actually made the Black owned side. So Boss Lab was not even aware that Aunt Jackie's was not Black owned. So this one actually slipped through the cracks. However, I think when all the backlash happened and people was kind of fact checking who owns what company, that is when Aunt Jackie's was called to the forefront. And a fun fact about this, when I did my rise and fall of the main choice video, this list is actually what allowed people to realize that the main choice was no longer Black owned. Because as I stated in that video, she did not disclose that she sold the company for a full year in 2019. So it wasn't until she was forced to talk about it due to this list that she had to come forward and say. And as we can see, also Mael Organics is now also on the not no longer Black owned side as well. So the list is constantly changing. So whoever the boss side is, I hope you come back and just kind of keep us up on game, because this list was very helpful back in 2020. So you may be wondering, well, if Dewan White does not own the company, who is the CEO of Aunt Jackie's? So I'm going to go ahead and insert who that person is now. So this is the CEO of Aunt Jackie's. His name is Michael Barker, and he is the CEO of something called the House of Cheatham, and they own Aunt Jackie along with some other brands I'm going to talk about in a minute. So, as you can see, this is the CEO of Aunt Jackie's brand. So, there you have it right there. And next, we are going to go to the actual website where we see the other brands that the House of Cheatham actually owns as well. I thought this was quite interesting. So, as you can see, we are on the website, and Aunt Jackie's Curls and Coils comes up first. They are owned by this Hollywood Beauty. I don't know if anyone uses Hollywood Beauty, but leave down below if you have any experience. They are also owned by the House of Cheatham. Also, Africa's Best is owned by the House of Cheatham. So, as you can see here, I'm not sure of this brand or how to pronounce it. Kaza. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that is another brand that they own, and that is it. But as you can see, the first one on the list is Aunt Jackie. So I'm gonna pause it right there so you can see. So unfortunately, when I was like going through Google, going through research to try to find out when did the ownership switch, because it seems like there's not a lot of information public outside of the fact that it is owned by the House of Cheatham. There's not a lot of information about how much they sold for, when it was sold, or anything like that. It's definitely under wraps. So I am going to go ahead and insert, however, just the annual sales when it comes to um the House of Cheatham overall, and maybe that can kind of give us a little bit of an answer. So let me go ahead and show you what I found. Let me go ahead and pull that up now. So here we go. So this was all I was able to find. So the House of Cheatham has a annual revenue of $23.8 million a year. It's based out of Atlanta, as you can see, but that is with all the companies that it owns. It doesn't have any information about Aunt Jackie's singularly, because as I say, they own like four other black owned, what we would assume were black owned companies. So it's hard to know how much Aunt Jackie is contributing to the $23.8 million versus the other companies, etc. But nevertheless, it is safe to say that this is a multi-million-dollar business. So there you have it. Once again, Aunt Jackie's unfortunately is not black owned. So when it comes to my personal experience with the brand, I will say that I really have not used Aunt Jackie's like that. I have used the flaxseed or the gel, rather. I was about to say the oil, the gel, and I'm not really too much of a fan of defining gels like that. So I used it before. I won't say that it was bad. It just I don't like how my hair feels when it's coated in that gel. But if you have a gel that feels like more lightweight but still give you that hold, etc., be sure to put me up on game down in the comment section below and let me know what I should be using, because it's not just on Jackie's brand. I just kind of have that issue when it comes to hair gel in general, and I just honestly kind of stay away from it. But I know a lot of people in my comment section, when I talked about that before, they were listing a lot of the benefits to finding a good gel for your hair, etc. So I am not opposed to trying it, but it just has to feel right. My hair still has to feel moisturized. I still want it to have a sense of fluffiness. I don't want it to feel hard as rock, etc. But I am curious to know what you think. What did your coils feel like when you used any of Aunt Jackie's products? Are you still using the products? What are your overall thoughts? Did you know it was black, no longer black owned, rather? Did you know it was black owned to begin with? Are you familiar with the House of Cheatham and that they own so many black owned brands that we love within the natural community? Because I know prior to the research for this video, I had no idea that all those brands was under one umbrella. But be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on your way out. Also, be sure to tell a friend, because it is Liddy over here, and we are going to keep investigating and putting all the businesses on blast so we can make the best informed decision for our curly hair. Also, be sure to check out my bio on the way out. Coffee Cutie mugs are on sale now. So I see a lot of people going to my website, checking out the mugs. I don't know if they too high or what, but I definitely marked them down on sale. So be sure to go check them out. They are so cute in person. Also, the Discord's popping, membership channel. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with the membership channel. I want to definitely do watch parties, but unfortunately, with the copyright on YouTube, I don't want to risk getting the channel taken down due to that. So we may be moving the party. One of my members actually talked about Discord. So we may be moving the party to Discord, Patreon, something. We're definitely going to figure it out, hopefully before the year's out, because there are a lot of cool shows and movies that I definitely want to watch with the community. But again, be sure to check out the bio. But this is the end of this video. So until next time, see ya.